Okay, Seif base, Reish Ayin Aleph Seif base, and this is what you were saying also about women and Kiddush. Says the Mechaba, Noshim Chayovus beKiddush. Women are obligated for Kiddush. Al Pishu, Afal Pishu Mitzvah Say Shazman Groma. It's a time-bound mitzvah. They haven't got a mitzvah to make Kiddush on Thursday, but there's a time-bound mitzvah, and therefore they're potter. Pirush Mitzvah Say Atlu Bezman. So how come women are chayav in Kiddush? Says the Mechaba, Mishum de Iskish Zocher l'Shomer, because we compare the two together. Zocher l'Shomer, which the Mishbar will explain. For Hani Noshi, and these women, Hayel ve'isnu b'shmiras, isnu b'zechira. Since they're mechuyev not to break Shabbos, they're obligated in the zechira. And moitzias as anoshim, and therefore women can be moitzi anoshim. Hayel v'chayovas min haTorah k'moisom, since they're mechuyev min haTorah, the same as men. Good. Let's see the Mishnah Berurah. Siv Katan Gimel. The Iskish Zocher l'Shamar. What does that mean? The Zocher is Yom HaShabbos l'Kachay ha'oma b'dibris ha'rishonos. It says in Parshas Yisro in the Dibros Rishonos Zocher is Yom HaShabbos l'Kachay. The Shomer is Yom HaShabbos l'Kachay ha'oma b'dibros achronos. Shneim b'dibro achas nemu. So Chazal say they were said in one go. The Zocher koya mitzvah say the Kiddush v'chanal. The Shomer koya shmiras ha'melacha, the refraining from doing melacha. And since women are certainly mechuyev on the negative, on not breaking Shabbos, the mitzvahs lois haseh ein chiluk bein zman groma bein she'ein zman groma. There's no distinction in lois hasehs whether they're time bound or not. Kain ba'aseh the zacher gam noshim mitzuvah. So therefore, women are also mitzuvah on the positive of Shabbos. It's a special hekesh, a special limit. Upashat, and it's obvious. So let's just stop there for a second. 15. So very interesting question. What about women on Kiddush for Yom Tov? Now what's the shaila? Because you've got a special limit to tell me, Zocher v'Shamar, that they're mechuyev. But on Yom Tov, there's no limit. So are women obligated on Kiddush on Yom Tov? Says note 15, where there's no limit of Zocher and Shamar, nechlu kal poiskim. Das HaShulchan Aruch Harav, shenoshim chayovos midrabanon. And that's how Moshe says as well. And they explain i.e. she'af yontav nikra Shabbos, and kain kashem shenoshim chayovos b'kiddush haShabbos kach chayovos heim b'kiddush al yontav. Fine. So therefore we extend the drasha. And they prove it from Seder night. How so? Because women are also obligated in the Dalit Kaisus. For Kais HaKiddush, Yachas Me'arba Kaisus, and one of the 4 cups is Kiddush, the first Kais. For Deichik Loemish Hashena Chiyuv Kiddush Zed, it's hard to say that the first Kais has a different Chiyuv to the other Kaisus. Shenoy Gaf Benoshim, Mechiyuv Kiddush Hashayim Matom. It's hard to say that, not the different, the first Kais of Kiddush is different to the other Kiddush of the rest of the year, of other Yom Tovim. And therefore women shouldn't eat before Kiddush of Yom Tov because they're mechuyev. And therefore men, even though they've already made Kiddush, they can be motzi women in Kiddush on Yom Tov because they're also mechuyev. That's the first shit, that's the Shulchan Aruch Harav and Rav Moshe. Me'idach, however, das hagon Rabbi Akiva Eiger, noshim einum chayovos b'Kiddush Yom Tov klal. Afle midrabanan, women are not obligated in Yom Tov Kiddush. For the reasons we said. But women have taken upon themselves, like they can, if they want to take upon themselves the mitzvah of Kiddush on Yom Tov, because here is Rizas L'Chaim, it's Reiv mitzvahs Aseish Zman Groma, such as shofar and so many other things. Okay, let's carry on. Upashat, top line of the Mishnah Berurah. Upashat, the cotton eina moitzi es ha'isha. It's pasha that a child should not be moitzi an isha with Kiddush on Shabbos. Why? Because a woman's obligation of Kiddush on Shabbos is deraisa, a cotton is only drabonon, and therefore the cotton is chiyuv, the drabonon should not be moitzi the woman's deraisa. And even if the child is actually 13 years old, it could still be that his chiyuv is only midrabanan because he's not a gadol midaraisa. He hasn't produced shtei saras to pubic hairs. To b'mili deraisa lo samchina chazaka. We're not soimich on the chazaka that he has. The mekivin shegiah klal shanim hegiah lechal simoni saras, but maybe he hasn't. Ad shei simoni signa, until he's grown a beard, and then we know that then mistama he's got shtei saras. Kameshi kosu b'chei mishpat siman lamatei. V'lochein to kaddish ho ish la'atzma. Therefore, it's better the woman makes kiddush herself. rather than a cotton is moitzi her. If any adas lekadish ba'az, when if she doesn't know how to, if she unfortunately cannot read, tome imo mila b'mila. What she should do is that the cotton should read word for word mirosh vatzay from the beginning to end of the kiddush. V'lo tachavin lotzes b'kiddush, not that she should have in mind to be yotzeh his kiddush, but oifen zeh given she emeres hakiddush ba'az, and therefore since she's saying the words nochen she he pas a yain munach gam lefonel beis hakiddush, the wine or the bread should be in front of her. V'lo tismach al mashana oichiz hakois oyapas b'yodeh given she any yotzes b'kiddush aloi, and not to be semich on him because he can't be moitzi her. And that helps even if it's very young, because really it's just like the child is the bencher basically. He's just reading the words. Now all of this is if the woman has not yet davened mariv. But if she's davened to the das she's read bin yosi the kiddush deraisa by through tefillah. Then then she can be semich on the child to say kiddush for her. That you have in mind, and he should have in mind, etc. Now, if you've got two people who want to make kiddush, now you sometimes have this, and you have two men. Let's say you've got people at a kiddush on Friday night. You want to make kiddush, I make kiddush. That discussion, and let's both make kiddush together. So he says that's not such a great idea, says the Mishnah Berurah, because trei koili lo mishtamoi. Trei koili lo mishtamoi. If you look at 17, very interesting note, on the lekamon he says sheyesh nagu shnaim mekadshim yoysa afilu k'shemosim bnei beisom. He says further on that sometimes you can have two or more people doing it. Why? Shekiven shakiddush chaviv lohem noistim alav estaitam v'shomam. When something is chaviv to you, you can put your mind to it and you can listen. Commission what's in your Megillah, like Shirashayim Shnaim Lekar Yachad. You can't have a choir singing the Megillah technically, although we don't. Mishum Shekriyasa Chaviva Lohem. For Hosef Shemikamokim in Kiddush Tov Lahachim B'Dov, and it's better not to. Now, what if you got a child screaming in the background? Or the Inyan Mekadesh B'Shasha Atinak Boiche V'Chayetzi B'Zeh Das Hagon Reb Karelitz She'ein B'Zeh Chisar Shall Trei Kol Lemishtamoy Kim Shekol HaBechi Einam Minyan HaKiddush. That's a different sound, and therefore you can focus on the Kiddush. Ve'efshel Hisraki is Heitiv V'Shmias HaKiddush, and that's not a problem of Trei Koli. Okay, let's just finish off. Ometzias V'Sanoshim. And technically, therefore, a woman can be moitzi a man in Kiddush. But it's not great practice that a woman who's not of the, not your wife, or not a daughter or something, but someone who's not from your home, should not be moitzi a man, the zila milsa, because it's considered the sort of zila milsa. It's not considered the finest way of doing it. Hayel is sort of cheapens it. Sif cotton hay. Hayel v'chayovis v'lochein yechol lahitzi afilu hikva yitzei zedei kiddush. So since women are obligated, they can be moitzi a man, because v'lochein yechol lahitzi afilu hikva yitzei zedei kiddush. And therefore, even if she's been yotzei kiddush, she's heard kiddush, she can be moitzi somebody else. K'moi beish, just like a man. Lekam b'simin reish gimel sif dalet. In kiddush hanoshim v'noshim shovin, and therefore the obligation of men and women regarding kiddush is equal. Lekam b'simin reish gimel sif dalet. In kiddush hanoshim v'noshim shovin. V'da. When one person is being moitzi, another person kiddush, this person to have in mind to be moitzi, and for the person to have in mind to be yotze. So make that announcement beforehand. That the men and women are equally obligated min ha-Torah and Kiddush, says the Mishnah Berurah, but with regard to the zman, there's a chiluk, the man's obligation begins when he is bar mitzvah, Yud Gimel, of Isha Kishnas is bas Yud Beis, when she's bas mitzvah, 12, but their obligation is of equal standard.